Let's check the message for this moment and see what we have here. We have follow your bliss, number 11. So let's see what it says here in the book. It says, just as a bear can follow the trail of honey, so can you follow the trail of your bliss. It has a particular scent specifically made to lure your soul onward. It's not a time to consider the practical reasons and logical explanations. This is a time to hone in on what fills your heart with glee and to move in that direction. Your joy isn't selfish. Happiness is contagious, so when you follow the bliss of places, people, and events that inspire you, you're actually creating more space and permission for others to follow their own bliss too. So this card is inviting us to find our joy, to find joy in things that we do. So, for example, if you're doing something and you don't feel that joy, that happiness, you need to question yourself, is this exactly what I want to be doing? I know there are moments that we have to do things, and especially if it's part of our work and things that we don't want to do, and that's fine. But the moments that you can, try to connect, ask your soul, ask yourself, like, what do I want to do right now? I want to, sometimes you might be thinking it's better for you to, for example, sit and read a book. But your whole body is telling you, like, let's go outside and go for a walk. And you say, no, but I need to finish this book, so I'm going to sit here and read. And then your body's like telling you, and you're not feeling joy, you're not feeling happiness, and you try, and it's kind of hard. And the moment that you decide, okay, I'm just gonna go for a walk, and maybe later I'll go back to read, and then maybe you do that, and you go for a walk and you feel joy and happiness. When you come back and read, you're in that place of joy. But it's always important to follow the guidance that is showing up for you in the moment. Your body is always going to tell you, you're going to be feeling this sort of inspiration, or you might hear a voice in your mind. That's not very common, but you might hear the voice in your mind telling you, do this, do that. Or you might just feel inspired. Oh, I feel like I want to go for a walk right now. I don't know why, but I'm going. And then you go in and you feel peaceful. So it's always important to follow that bliss, because once you don't, you disconnect. You think you're doing the right thing, but you're not. You're serving. You can only serve one at a time, and there are only two that you can serve. Or you're either serving God, or you're serving the ego. So if you're not serving God, if you're not finding your happiness, enjoying what you're doing, you're certainly serving the ego. So if you have any doubt, that's a confirmation that if you're not happy, you're not following God. Because if you are, you're gonna feel happiness. It doesn't matter the situation. You could be in the middle of a stressful situation, a chaotic situation, and you're like, God, I'm not feeling peace here, I'm not feeling joy, and then you can ask Him to guide you to what you need to do to find this. And sometimes it's just a shift in perspective, because the ego judges everything. And if a situation is good, considered good in the world, fine, it's easy to find happiness. But even there, sometimes you don't find the true happiness. You find happiness in that moment, but then it goes away. And if you were in a situation where it's challenging, or there's something going on that the world consider bad, it's even harder. Like, how am I going to find joy in this? Is something bad? So get out of your judgment, because we don't know what is good or bad. There is a story, I don't remember the whole thing now, but it was a guy that he was talking to another person, and then the person would come to him and say, hey, I don't know, my cow just died. and then that person said, oh, it's so sad, it's something bad happened, and the guy said, maybe. And then, you know, the other person come and said, oh, I just got $1 million and I got rich, this is so good. And he's like, maybe. You know, so we judge things based on what we think is good or bad in the world, but we don't know what will bring us joy or happiness in the moment. Only God knows. That's why we need to follow His directions, His guidance to what's going to bring that to us. So get out of your judgment. If you are in a bad situation, get out of your judgment and ask Him to show you, how can I see this from a different perspective? Because something that's might consider bad for someone in the world, if seen from God's perspective, that situation is gonna lead that person to something that they need to, and it's gonna bring the true joy and true happiness, but they need to go through that, you know. So good and bad is always a judgment. When we're judging, we're in the ego and we cannot see anything. So always ask from a place of curiosity instead of judgment. You know, we don't know. I don't know if it's just good or bad. I'm just gonna, you know, do what God is asking me, because He's never gonna ask me to do anything that is gonna hurt me or make me, I don't know, put me in a bad situation like the world says. Sometimes you have to go through challenging times, but He never does anything of that. He's always want to bring you joy and happiness. And if you are in one of those situations, you can always look for Him and for His guidance to find the joy, to find the happiness in those moments. And you're going to for sure find it if you follow that. Okay? So, I feel like ending here now. So let me know if it resonates and what is bringing you joy at the moment. I would love to know. And see you guys next.